We're going to try something a little bit different this weekend. It's given out a clear night tonight for the weather, and also a meteor shower. We're going to try and leave this afternoon and then be back in the morning with maybe an hour or so sleep in the car. We're going to go to do Win Hill for sunset. There's a couple of locations in the book that can be shot at late afternoon, and we're going to try a couple of astro shots, and then we're going to stay over there, sleep in the car, and then go for Christchurch, which is a war memorial. And then if we've got the energy, we'll try and go to Bakewell afterwards. So,
one thing you didn't mention is Win Hill is a lung buster.
Yeah. It's meant to be quite a difficult ascent. So we'll see how we get on. Left the filters in the car. I lost the little screw that holds the filters on the front, so there's nothing there's nothing holding them on. Look. Right, it's the lung buster. It's meant to be a bit of a difficult ascent, this. Looking forward to it, aren't you, Trace? It is very steep, but at least this does seem to have a path. So far it has a path, confirmed. So let's head up it and have lots of breaks. It's a good job you can't smell through cameras because I stink. Sweaty. It was so cold up there. It was so windy. It was lovely for about 30 seconds whilst it was basically drying the sweat off us. And then it was just freezing. So we're on the way back down to the car now. And we need to find somewhere to have something to eat. If you've ever seen that video, I'll start again. If you've ever seen that video of a cat where the owner hides behind the door, and then every time he pops back out, the cat's a little bit closer. I've got a goat following me. He's hiding now. But he was just following me. Every time I turned around, he was a little bit closer. But there he is. We've called him Boris. Don't know why Boris. Boris the goat.
We could just pretend he's eating.
I think he's just trying to tell us to get lost. It's just before 1 AM and we're at Middleton-Top. It's one of the locations in the book that you can photograph at night, and we're just trying to get a shot of the engine room with one of the meteors coming behind it, and it's proving to be rather difficult. It's been great. I just really want to get a great photo. The moon is about 3/4 and it's making it difficult to get the Milky Way, which is one of the things that we wanted. But if we can just get this meteor shot, it'll just make the whole night The only problem with it is the composition that we're using. The constellation where the meteors are coming from are behind us, and the only way to get the engine room into that composition is to be in a field, and there are a load of cows and a bull in that field, and there's not a chance. There's not a chance that we're going into that field to try and get a shot and risk getting hit by a bull. So we'll just keep plugging on and hope that the battery lasts long enough to get a shot that we want. Fingers crossed. It's 2:30 in the morning, and although we've seen some amazing meteors, we've captured nearly none. I've got one, and you can definitely see it, but it's not in the best place. But regardless of that, it's been an absolute joy to watch, and there's been a lot of other people watching it with us, which has been cool. So now we're just waiting, really. We're waiting for the sun to rise. It's pointless going home, because by the time we got home we'd have to come back out, so we brought the duvet and a couple of pillows, and we'll just have an hour or two just lying in the car watching a few more meteors coming down. Maybe not enough. It's been a good night.
It has been a good night. One of the best yet.
It's 5:15. We've had about an hour's sleep in the car, would you say? We're just walking up to the monument for this location for the sunrise. It's a completely cloudless morning, so I'm not expecting anything amazing.
No, that's not the monument, that's covered in scaffolding.
Oh my god, I think it is. Oh god, I think it is. I think the location's covered in scaffolding. It's the main thing here. It's the main viewpoint. We're gonna have to just try and find something else. This one is not going to be a good one. At least it's done, I suppose. Oh man, back to the car, and we're going to go to Bakewell and get some early morning shots of Bakewell if we can get there whilst the light's still nice, and then bed. Oh, bed. Can't wait for that. Bakewell is a beautiful scenic town, but I might actually be too tired to appreciate it. I'm going to try quickly to get a long exposure on this little waterfall and hope that my filters don't fall off, because I still haven't got a replacement screw. And then we're going to go home because I think this is the tiredest we've been so far. So silly. I'm having to hold the filter on, and I've got the sun to try and block out because of the lens flare. It's just ridiculous. I should abandon this really and come back when I've got a replacement screw. I really am missing that screw. The problem was, not only was it difficult to do, but I was also causing camera shake by holding the filter holder onto the front of the lens. So it really didn't work. If we have the time, I'd really like to come back here and explore it when I've got a bit more energy, because both Tracy and I are completely exhausted. We've been out since 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, and it's now 7:30 in the morning. We had about an hour's sleep in the car, and walking up and down Win Hill. Yeah, my legs are killing, and I'm sure Tracy's are as well. So we'll pack up, grab a quick bite to eat, go home and go to sleep, and then do it all again tomorrow. I think the thing about this 73 and 73 challenge is that we're not always going to get the best photographs. And I don't just mean because of the weather and because we're restricted with the time and we don't have the amount of choice that I wish we did, but also because of me. I'm not the best photographer. I'm not the best at landscapes either. But one thing that it definitely has proven is that they make for great stories, and this will be one of them. The time we stayed in the Peak District from 4 PM till 7:30 AM. Watched the meteors, had a KFC in Sheffield in the middle of the night, slept in the car, got up and visited a location which was covered in scaffolding. We'll laugh about it more tomorrow.